This is Chris from ElectroFame. So today it's not really a review, but I would like to actually make a comparison between the Jiayu G6 Advanced and the Kingzone K1 Turbo. So as I already said that in our last review for the Jiayu G6 Advanced, like the two phones are pretty similar, and some people might be undecided whether to buy the Jiayu G6 or the Kingzone K1 Turbo. So here we go. You know, this is a special review just to compare in details what has the Jiayu G6 and what has the Kingzone K1 Turbo, what are the pros and cons of having each of the phones. So if we start, for example, by the dimensions and the weight. So here on my left hand here, this is the Jiayu G6. Okay, if you already have seen the video review, and this is the K1 Turbo. So as you see, they're pretty similar in shape and in design. So how about the size? So if we put them completely together, we see that the Jiayu G5 is basically 8mm thick, and the Kingzone is 6mm thick. So you have basically 2mm more for the Jiayu G6, and we can feel it when we have that in our hands. About the dimensions themselves, so here you can see that they are almost the same, like really almost. So to compare them, basically the length of the Jiayu G6 is 156mm and the Kingzone is 152mm. However, for the width here, so we have like 79mm for the Jiayu G6 and 75mm for the Kingzone K1 Turbo. Sorry. So this is just for the aspects, and for the screen, which is very important. So the Jiayu G6 on my left hand, he has actually 5.7 inches. However, the Kingzone K1 Turbo only has 5.5 inches, so 0.2 inch difference. So that's for basically the design and appearance, kind of rough comparison. So now let's go more on it. So basically both of them have an octa-core processor, MTK6592. Both have 2 GB of RAM. However, for the internal memory, the Kingzone K1 Turbo only has 16 GB of RAM, and the Jiayu G6 Advanced has 32 GB of RAM. However, the K1 Turbo can have here on the back, I mean, maybe we can. So on the back here you have actually a SD card slot on it, so you can put up to 64 GB more. So altogether would be like around about 80 GB. However, for the G6 we cannot. There is no SD card slots, only the SIM card slots. So basically you cannot add any more memory, so you're stuck in 32 GB. Otherwise, they both have NFC, so the NFC here and here on the Kingzone too as well. For the wireless charging, the Jiayu G6 Advanced has it right away. However, the Kingzone K1 Turbo needs a special cover case on it in order to activate it. Okay, so regarding the screen, the Jiayu G6 Advanced is a 10 points capacitive screen. However, the K1 Turbo is only a 5 touch capacitive screen. Okay, so otherwise they both have basically the Play Store on it. So we can see both have the Play Store, both are OTG, so on the go, both have air gesture. And maybe I didn't activate anyway, it doesn't matter, but both have. And so both have air gestures, both have 8 megapixels front camera, okay? On the back, 14 megapixels for the Kingzone K1 Turbo, and only 13 megapixels for the Jiayu G6. For the battery, here is a huge difference, however. So 3500 mAh battery for the Jiayu G6, which will last very long. However, 2000 mAh battery for the Kingzone K1 Turbo. So the major difference as well, and the weight is almost the same. It's like 173 grams for the Jiayu G6 and 189 grams for the K1 Turbo. So it's basically a bit heavier for the turbo one, but the material is a bit better, more tough basically for the frame, and compared to the G6. So this is it for the quick summary. The resolution is the same as well. I forgot to say that resolution is the same. So this is it basically for the differences you can have between the Jiayu G6 and the K1 Turbo from Kingzone. So this is just to show you basically what is different between the two models if you're still hesitating. So basically the Jiayu G6 have more memory right away, but in the Kingzone you have the possibility to put more memory afterwards. They both have NFC and wireless charging, so the Kingzone need a special wireless case. 10 points capacitor screen, 5 points on the Kingzone. The cameras are almost the same. The battery, however, is the main difference, with 2000 mAh here and 3000 mAh for the Jiayu G6. And otherwise, overall, the weight, sizes, and even the screen size are almost the same. So this is what you get. So now you know what you will have if you buy the Jiayu G6 Advanced or the Kingzone K1 Turbo. So I hope it helped a few people if they were undecided. And if you have any question about it, any interrogation, just feel free to leave a comment below this video, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible and try to help you sort it out, whatever it is. And until then, I hope you enjoy it, and see you later then for the next review maybe. Bye bye!